Hello, welcome on the channel. Today my view on must-to-have tools when you try to build or try to build or attempt to build the camper van by yourself, usually in a not professional conditions, cramped place, sometimes even everything is outside the house. So this is 4 tools for me, the most important. Maybe somebody disagree with it, but this is impact driver, drill, jigsaw and router. Few things about these tools. Usually people talking, so you have to buy the best drill what you can afford because it's the most important. It's not true to the end, because people usually use drill to screw the screws, but to tell the truth, it's of course it's possible. Many people do this like that, even like all the time, all their life, but much better is a impact driver, because it gives you much better control over the screw. Is after like a very short initial period, when you catch how to use it, is much easier to control the screw, how deep it go, with kind of precision, and less time you over tight it and destroy the head. So this is impact driver. It don't have to be expensive, can be one of the cheapest. One good thing is how quickly you can change tool, or this just one move and we change from PZ2 to PZ1. Okay, next, drill. Again, it don't have to be professional, expensive, high quality tool. I use DeWalt because I use DeWalt, but it can be, it's good if it's like a metal gear inside, but also cheaper Makita, I don't know Makita, but cheaper DeWalt have plastic gears. This is probably with metal. What is important when you're buying a drill? It have to be compact. Very often we operate with coffee net space, not too much space, so shorter drill gives us some easier life if you want to do this, and of course have to accommodate at least 13 mil drill bit, because some of smaller can accommodate only 10. Sometimes it's not enough, sometimes we have to drill 12 or something like that. So in my opinion, drill don't have to be 2 tools which have to be good. One is a jigsaw. Everybody knows, so jigsaw, you have to have jigsaw when you try to build the camper van. You know, this is not only my opinion, but from my point of view, it has to be quite good. This is Makita. For me, it's good. You have no like fast blade change, but how often we change the blade? But it have a good weight. It means it's quite light, and it was one from the cheapest Makita. I think it costs right now something like a 70 quid. It's not much, and jigsaw have to be from this range. Like if you try to using cheaper for like a supermarket, I have also supermarket, is different story when you try to make a straight line. It's really different story. So of course some experience, but also jigsaw is important. Makita or Bosch with similar price, 70 quid is enough. Don't have to be more expensive, and don't have to be battery. I don't like battery jigsaws. Okay, in work I use them, but for me it's too heavy, and again it's smaller tool, easier to operate. And fourth of the must-have tools, not obvious because people usually not use it, but for me this is the most, maybe not the most, all of them is important. It's one of the most important tools. Why? Because with jigsaw, router and kind of straight ruler, piece of plywood just with straight edge, we can make perfectly straight edge in every conditions, even on the street. You can see it in my videos when I do it on the street and just like trim the edge. Of course, because you can use like a punch saw, table saw, but first of all, sometimes you know the pieces are too big to operate with on table saw, small table saw, like you know, which we can buy for like 150. If you have table saw, it's perfect. I have also table saw, but if not, this is for me. And of course with templates you can route everything you want few times with same dimensions. It's great. And to tell the truth, for plywood with HPL laminate, this is only one tool which can give us like a nice shape, nice edge without chipping, street conditions, let's say. Okay, so this is the basic tools for me. This is my view. If somebody have a different view, voila, please leave a comment and we can talk about it. But this is the most important tools, and the router and jigsaw have to be quite I love light tools. Have to be quite high quality. The impact and drill don't have to be. Okay, so of course tools without tooling, yes, is not important. So what, let's follow same order. So impact driver, the most important is this magnetic bit, and have to be enough strong, because in such a situation we can. And of course it's worth to have one longer. They usually sets in like 3 or 4 different sizes. One longer is okay. We can reach some screws which are deep, or even connect 2 on. So, and of course it's worth to buy such a, this is from supermarket, and so quality of these bits are okay. And it's a few different bits we can use for screws and also for bolts, like Allen bolts, Torx bolts, etc. One word more about these magnetic bits. In such a sets, they use to sell like a quite chunky magnetic bits with like a automatic releasing of bit, but they are too thick. Okay, for some jobs it's okay, but usually they are too thick and we have problem with accessing. Okay. Drill, of course everybody knows, so we can use the drill bits, and I don't want to talk about it. Just one word: black is standard HSS, and this is called titanium covered. Maybe it's not making a big difference, but also they sell the cobalt drill bits, and they are not, is perfect but not for our use. They broke too often. Okay, So next, what is worth to buy, the cheapest set in a supermarket is a set of step drill bits, sometimes call it Christmas tree. Yeah, so it's good when you wanna make a bigger hole, let's say in a panel, and it's perfect when we drill in a thin plastic, because they have it's not spiral, so they don't break the plastic. If you drill in a plastic, you just make a hole, so it costs few quid and gives us a lot of options. And second is a hole saw. To tell the truth, of course, as many you have, always you need one more, but to tell the truth, what we need something 20, 25 and 51, like a gas dropouts, such a things. We can make a different story. Also is the must. If you building heating system, more complicated, probably 64 will be necessary, but hole saws is worth to buy at least this 150, this 51 and 20, 25, maybe 25 will be better. More safer option. Jigsaw, not much to say, but just blades. And to tell the truth, of course, it's existing like a wood blades, even I have, but generally I using only metal blades, even when I cut wood or something like that, because we can cut wood, plastic, fiberglass, everything with metal. It's not a problem. You don't have to use wood, but what we have to know, so usually we use short one, but from time to time we need long one. What I found, the Makita is the best, the standard Makita. And the last tool for this video is a router. And to tell the truth, the most important bit we need is something like that, is for cutting on template. It means this bearing have a size of bit, so we just set along the line and we cut along the line. We don't have calculating anything, because this bearing working on our template or ruler or something like that. Yes, so this is the most important. Unfortunately, when you're buying this Makita, they don't give you this kind of router bit in a set. You get three different, sometimes necessary, but this is the most important, and you have to buy it separately, like usually. And from what I found, the best, not the best, probably is a better and even maybe cheaper, but I try few times to buy something, and even if they these tools, this is company called Trend, something like that, it's cost maybe, it's not the cheapest one, but it's last much longer. And if you wanna plan the, let's say, using the T-trim knocking edge, maybe you need something like that. Anyway, this tool gives us a lot of options. That's for now. Thanks for watching such a boring stuff. If you have different vision, leave a comment, we can talk about it. If you have questions about some tools which I not shown, because for me this is the most must-have tools, The most must have. Interesting. Just ask. Maybe I can know the answer. Next video I will try make about like a smaller tools which are also necessary. Probably everybody knows which are necessary, but maybe some interesting cheap stuff will be shown.